Welcome to the C-Suite of the Open Video Series with TMX Group. I'm Arnie Goldstein, Head of Company Services based out of Vancouver. Joining me today is Keough, the President and CEO of Evergold Corp. Welcome, Kevin. It's a pleasure to speak to you today.
Thanks very much, Arn. Nice to be here.
So let's talk about Evergold. Tell me about Evergold's business, its history, the profile, and what sector do you really appeal to?
Evergold's a very new company. We launched as a public entity only in October last year. We actually had incorporated the company back in the fall of 2015 as an exploration vehicle focused on gold and silver in BC. But we parked the company for several years just to focus on another company, GT Gold. I moved away from GT Gold late in 2018. And we commenced a process last year to take Evergold public. So that culminated in what is, I believe, was the largest mining sector IPO in Canada. And that was in October last year.
What is unique about Evergold versus your competitors?
I like to think that we offer three key elements that should appeal to investors. One, we have really good management that has done this before. We've delivered discoveries before. Secondly, we have a capital structure that is a corporate structure that's really attractive compared to many of our competitors out there. And thirdly, we have properties that we believe we can deliver discoveries from, not 3 or 4 years out, but actually this summer. So it's very here and now.
So you mentioned that you did the largest IPO in Canada on the venture last year. Why did you do that, and why did you succeed when others didn't, and versus doing an RTO, say?
Yes, I think a lot of people don't appreciate that many of these reverse takeovers into capital pool companies, CPCs, etc., they result in a very limited pool of investors. Often you end up with a private placement that's placed to high net worth investors, and you may only have 50, 60 new investors come in on that transaction, which results in an illiquid stock. Also, it can be more difficult to raise money that route because you're selling your stock to a much smaller pool of potential investors. We went the IPO route last year because it allowed us to sell the stock much broader, much wider than with the private placement route. So anybody with $100 could buy the stock. That resulted in a much wider distribution of shares on our IPO, a much more liquid stock. People can buy it and sell it easily on the open market. And that's very appealing to a certain element of the market out there.
What are the key things that you'd like to highlight about your company, and what are the principal catalysts that we should be looking for over the near term here?
Obviously, we're an exploration-focused company, and the thing that's really going to add value to our company and to our shares is discovery. We believe we can deliver discoveries very, very soon in the near term, that is this summer. And really the elements that set us apart from our competitors are management, who's done it before, the capital structure of the company, which is exceedingly attractive, and thirdly, the properties, which we believe offer near-term discovery potential. And going back to the first part of your question, it's those discovery and the drill results, hopefully, that are going to really add value to the company's stock and to really generate some capital gains for our shareholders.
Do you want to talk at all about your approach to exploration versus other people?
Well, that's a good question. Yes, our approach exploration-wise is to use as our foundational science geochemistry. We prefer geochemistry because it confirms, or it demonstrates that there's actually metal in the ground, that is in the rock, in the soil, versus pure geophysics, for example, which can generate beautiful images, but it doesn't really tell you whether there's metal there. So we've succeeded in the past with geochemistry as our foundational science. That's what we've got with our current flagship properties, Snowball and Golden Lion. Very strong, compelling geochemical anomalies, and we will add the geophysical element to that as a second stage.
I understand. Kevin, thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing your drill results coming out soon.
Well, thanks, Arn. We look forward to delivering them.